What is up? What's up, guys? It's Bobby with Gilks Sports Cards. Thanks for joining me. I just want to talk a little bit today about give you guys some tips on buying singles on eBay. Some of the stuff probably going to be pretty obvious, and then towards the end of the video, hopefully there's a few things that really help you guys out when you're trying to buy some singles on eBay. Now, I buy singles on eBay to grade, and the goal obviously is to get PSA 10s. Doesn't always work out that way, but that's always the goal. So first thing, again, Captain Obvious, carefully look at all the corners and both sides of the card, right? If you see any white on a corner or anything that makes you nervous, doesn't matter the price, guys, just let the card go, okay? Let it pass. It's not gonna get a 10 if you see, obviously, any type of issue. 2, read the description. Sometimes the seller will tell you there's a issue with the surface or a ding corner or something like that. So it's always good, takes a second just to read the description. Also, there's an area that says card condition. If that says excellent, basically that seller is telling you this should probably get a PSA 10 or be a really strong candidate for one. If it says something else, like very good or whatever, then basically they're saying to you that there's a chance this card, or a good chance that this does not get a PSA 10. So I try to buy cards that the seller says excellent. Also, if the card comes back and maybe it isn't excellent, well, unfortunately they weren't truthful. You could send the card back to them and get a refund, okay? 3, seller feedback. Again, seems pretty obvious. But if the seller has a few negatives, I like to read them. Maybe it says, hey, this wasn't the card that I bought. You know, the card had a lot of issues that the seller didn't tell me about. Any of that kind of feedback, I would obviously not take a chance and buy from that seller. Okay, 4. Now this is a big one for me. Okay, does the seller sell graded cards? Okay, if you look up what he or she is selling, and there's a ton of PSA or Beckett or whatever graded cards, yet they're selling a couple of raw ones, why do you think they're selling the raw cards? Most likely, not always, most likely it's because there's an issue with the card. They don't think it's gonna get a high grade. That's why they're just selling it raw instead of getting it graded. So if I see a store, or I see, whenever I'm looking up buying a raw card, if that seller is selling a ton of graded cards, I'm just not taking the chance. I'm gonna let that one go. And lastly, does the seller show you both sides of the card? A lot of auctions that I'm looking up, it just shows the front of the card. Again, don't worry, this is not a great card. It's just an Antonio Gibson. But if you just saw a picture of this card right here, it doesn't look too bad, right? But look at the back. And look how thick it is here compared to the other side. Look at this corner and a little bit of damage there, right? Zero chance this card gets a PSA 10. Do not buy a raw card unless the seller shows you both sides. Very, very important. I got tricked a lot of times on that, unfortunately. Another one is like Bowman Chrome, right? This card looks solid, but if you look on the back, look how thick it is on the bottom compared to the top. I mean, that might even get a PSA 8. So definitely not a 10. So big advice for you guys. If you see an auction or a card you like and they're not showing you both sides of the card, let it go. There's probably something wrong with it. Or else the seller's just really lazy. He doesn't want to take both pictures. Doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I got some fun stuff coming. My kids and I are going to break some cards against each other, open some boxes. I got a PSA reveal. We really love this hobby and looking forward to sharing you guys all the enjoyment that we get out of it. So anyway, peace, love you. Thanks for watching. Bye.